He is the first billionaire, the first man to be a billionaire in earnings. The nickname says it all, the money man, and the man hasn't stopped. Now, when you look at Floyd's career, he is arguably one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers the world has ever seen. And when you look at some of his biggest paydays, you're looking at the Pacquiao fight, which was, at that point in time, the two best pound-for-pound boxers in the world, and Floyd won that over Pacquiao. And then the crossover bout with Conor McGregor. After Floyd retired, he saw this Irishman that was knocking guys out, and he said, hold on, this guy can sell a fight almost as well as I can. Why don't we do something? Let's start talking that smack. And Conor said, all right, I could do that too. And then the two went head to head. Now, it was a boxing bout. Floyd won by TKO, made, I believe, $200 million plus in the making, which was unbelievable considering he was in his early 40s at the time. And then he sailed back into the sunset into retirement, kind of, until he started doing all these little exhibitions here and there. And he fought a Japanese man in Japan, and then he fought Logan Paul over here, and then now he's fighting Don Moore on a helipad in Dubai in a few months. So who knows really what Floyd has in mind? All we know is that this guy knows how to make money. So now let's take a quick pivot and look at the only other person that we could compare Floyd to, which is one of my all-time favorite fighters, the notorious one, Conor McGregor. Now, Conor McGregor is a mixed martial artist, so he is not a boxer by trade, but Conor has really done an unbelievable job of not only putting the UFC on the world map, but becoming, in 2021, the highest paid athlete on the Forbes list. That is a massive accomplishment for a man that was a plumber in Ireland when he was younger and worked his way through the UFC and became the most marketable face in combat sports alongside Floyd Mayweather. No one in the UFC has even come close to what Conor McGregor has brought to the sport, right? And when you look at some of his biggest paydays, we're talking the Khabib, we're talking the Poirier fights, we're talking the Nate Diaz fights. So you have a man that's really doing things that no one has ever seen in the UFC world. And then, of course, when those two came together and fought, Floyd and Conor, I mean, it was the biggest draw in all of sports. Now, why is it that boxing in general, those top guys are able to make a little bit more money? The truth is that both the UFC and the boxing level, it's very top heavy. The biggest names will make a lot of money. The Anthony Joshuas of the world, the Tyson Furies of the world, who just knocked out Dylan White and made 33 million pounds in doing so. Canelo Alvarez, who makes an egregious amount of money these days boxing. All the top dogs, they make a lot of money. UFC, same thing. Conor McGregor makes a lot of money. Israel Adesanya just signed a new contract. He's going to be making a lot of money. Francis Ngannou, will he re-sign with the UFC and make a lot of money? That we have to see, right? Because Francis is the current undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. So you would think a man like that deserves millions and millions of dollars. But in his last fight, his purse was $600,000 plus the pay-per-view points. But you're talking about a guy that's come from nothing. He is one of the biggest power punchers in the world, if not the #1 power puncher across all of combat sports, maybe along Deontay Wilder. And he's only making $600,000 as a champion plus pay-per-view points. That's not sitting well with him, and that's why he's currently in the process of renegotiating that contract. Will we ever see a payday as big as Conor and Floyd? I'm not sure. But if that Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou fight develops as we're seeing some reports of, well, could it top or get close to that? Tyson Fury is the biggest draw in England, and Ngannou he's a massive draw as well, right? Could each of them net 30, 40, 50, maybe 70 or $100 million? It's a tough one. The boxing UFC crossover is difficult, but you know, if the promotion is there and the demand is there and they can sell out Wembley again for 94,000 plus, it would be one of the most interesting fights to all combat sports fans out there. So thank you so much for joining us again, and don't forget to subscribe to the best place for combat sports news. Swipe up and join the FS team.